Riku has gone through a lot across all the Kingdom Hearts games, but there is one moment where he turned from a generic rival into something more. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku was injured protecting Sora. The two of them stumbled into the realm of darkness. Sora helped Riku to a nearby beach. They sat down by the water and confessed something to each other. After an entire game of Sora desperately searching for Riku, there was a calm and quiet moment. The tone suddenly shifted, and the two of them were left completely alone together. Here they tell each other the truth. Riku was always jealous of Sora. Sora always had this endless optimism, and he was so good at connecting to other people. Surprisingly, Sora was always jealous of Riku. He was always stronger and so much better than him at everything. In this moment, the audience came to an understanding that each of them wanted to be each other. Now, for a straight person watching this scene, they might take it at face value. Well, I guess they were jealous. But this scene is a fire alarm for anyone who isn't straight. Every gay person who ever lived has had a moment where they have a close friend and suddenly they want to be them. They feel this connection. And because they don't understand these feelings as they develop, they think they want to be the other person. They confuse romantic butterflies for jealousy. And it's this moment in the franchise where every gay person who plays Kingdom Hearts says out loud, wait, did they just... Suddenly, it all disappears. The music cuts in, the art style changes, there's a bottle floating through a magic portal, and the game is over. The entire game has led to this moment, to these two laying on the beach, being vulnerable with one another. That had never happened before. Now, a lot of straight people who watch my videos occasionally will leave comments saying, think of the children. These characters are teenagers, and you are disgusting for thinking that people are gay before they hit puberty. But these are people who confuse sex with romance. They are different things. This is a romantic thing. This is puppy love. This is a childhood crush. This is Disney love. These are separate things. The thing that most people really get confused when people talk about So Riku is they think that we're trying to make these characters gay. But what they don't understand is that the feeling of this scene is romantic. It's the first time any of us had seen two guys have a vulnerable moment. And when I was their age, I was replaying this game. And around the same time, I had a close male friend. We were on a beach very similar to this one, and I had a very similar moment. The thing is, in the real world, you're not both gay. One of you, statistically, is probably going to be straight, and it's heartbreaking. But if you see this scene, and you pick up on what's happening, suddenly it gets interrupted. Kairi saves them before they can open up any further. And for years afterward, we all wonder why they were completely okay with staying on a beach in darkness forever together. We wanted to see if what we were thinking was going on. And there were a bunch of spin-offs in the meantime. There was a game called Coded, a game where you play a copy of Riku and Sora working together throughout the plot of the original game. It's not really the real them, but it was interesting to see their dynamic without Riku turning evil. In Dream Drop Distance, people's suspicions were reinforced. The entire game is about Riku and Sora being separated again. Every time the timer ends, one of them falls asleep and you play as the other one. They are linked, and as the story progresses, there are these subtle moments with Riku. Quasimodo and him talk about love and acceptance, about being manipulated by toxic people, and Esmeralda even has a moment where she tells Riku that there's a lot more he's not expressing. There is something about him he won't talk about, something he feels that he won't express. Replica in previous games was connected to Naminé, but Riku has only ever had one person he fights for. Later, in the Fantasia level, Mickey Mouse shows Sora and Riku a song. A beautiful song that has two parts. When the two parts are put together, the world is saved. Sora has one, and Riku has the other. They combine their individual songs, representations of their literal souls, and they combine them. And guess what song plays? The main theme of Kingdom Hearts, Dearly Beloved. It's a love song. And in this scene, they are canonically saying that this song is about them. So how much more do people need than that? At the end of the game, the whole story is revealed to be a trap. Sora is kidnapped and Riku has to save him. We learn that Riku was summoned by Sora's heart, that Riku is literally one of Sora's dream creatures, the guardians that protect Sora in the game. Sora literally dreams that Riku is his hero, that he is here to protect him. And Riku risks everything, diving deeper into Sora's dreams to keep him safe. Bad guys are beaten and they wake up, and Riku is made a Keyblade master. And rather than being jealous or upset, Sora has this moment. Riku, you passed with flying colors. And then there's this stare, this awkward pause. Now this is all in a spin-off game, so most people didn't even see it. And just like Riku's story in Chain of Memories, it seems kinda odd that the ambiguous character is always locked away in separate areas. It almost feels like Nomura was hiding him from the Disney higher-ups. Now, this could all be in our heads, but then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. So many of us waiting 8 years to play this game. How is it going to end? Will they actually be together? Is Disney actually going to do it? Is Kairi the real endgame? Will we be validated, or will we be disappointed yet again? We now come to the story of today's video. In Kingdom Hearts 3, Riku is in a good place. He tells Mickey that he is happy, that he has accepted himself and the other parts of himself. He's got a haircut, and he's ready to kick some ass. His Keyblade breaks, but he gets a new one. Now for the majority of the game, Sora is trying to figure out how to use the power of waking, the ability to reach out with his heart and transport to someone he loves. The entire game, he can't do it. He wanders around Disney worlds trying to understand love. He sees Elsa and Anna using sisterly love to heal each other, and he is amazed by Rapunzel resurrecting Flynn with romantic love. He gets to go on a fun little pirate adventure where he embraces his true self, and throughout the story he keeps saying that he doesn't understand love, but he knows that he has to beat Xehanort so he can finally go home. He thinks that he's supposed to be with Kairi and Riku on the island. But halfway through the game, there's another big moment. Riku is going to die. He's about to be killed by evil Aqua. He's completely alone, and maybe for the first time, he's in trouble. He's truly in trouble. What do you think happens to him? Well, I'll tell you. Sora uses the power of waking and saves him. For the second time, Sora and Riku are at the same beach, and Sora uses the power of love to teleport to Riku and save him. It's one of the biggest moments in the series. The two of them use a shared Keyblade, the same one that they used in Dream Drop, and Rainbow shoots out of it. They save Aqua, and it is one of the gayest moments in video game history. A lot of people call this blade the gay blade. After this moment, it's time for the real game to start. This is the moment in the game where it stops being about Disney worlds and becomes about Kingdom Hearts. There's no more Disney worlds, no more setups. This is the moment Nomura chose to use to transition to the final area of the game. There is nothing else. The plot is travel to every Disney world, studying love and setting up the bad guys, save Riku with the power of love, and then go and fight all the bad guys. So for those few of you who are straight out there, do you understand yet? Do you see what I see? Do you see what we've all seen for years? It's then that the climactic battle begins. The gang's all here, and the bad guys sent out Terranort. Everybody loses, and the demon tide rolls in. Everyone is dead. Sora is alone. And for the first time, that optimism, that outer layer of forced positivity shatters. And Sora shows us the truth. Deep down, he thinks that he is useless, that he's an imposter. He's a big old sus among us. He's a big old chungus. He has nothing. His friends are his power, and they're all dead. It's at this moment that Riku has his final arc. Riku tells him, "You don't believe that." A line that some people argue is mistranslated. Riku believes in him. Riku needs to show Sora that he is more than his friends, that he needs to show Sora what he means to him. And just like the Disney princesses earlier, Riku sacrifices himself for Sora. He fights back the demon tide and pierces the heavens. Sora holds out his hand like he has at the beginning of every single game in the series. And Riku dies. He explodes into dust. And then Sora is killed. It's all over. Kingdom Hearts is done. Be gay, get killed. Too bad. That's how it goes. But then we see Riku's footsteps in the water of yet another beach. We see an echo of the light he created. And Sora is still alive. His ghost can move. Riku's sacrifice kept Sora solid. Everyone else is nothing but a light or just a floating heart. They're just waiting to go to the afterlife now. But Sora isn't. Sora still has a chance. Riku's sacrifice saved him. True love sacrifice is the biggest Disney trope. And in Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora stabbed himself so he could free Kairi from his heart. Riku got injured in Kingdom Hearts 2, saving Sora, and now Riku just died to give Sora a second chance. Sora can go back and change things. He can fix the timeline and save the universe. But there's a catch. If Sora does this, if he saves everyone, he will soon cease to exist. He will be Control-Z'd out of the universe. But he does it. He fights back, frees every soul, fights Grim Reaper after Grim Reaper, and saves everyone. This is the height of Kingdom Hearts 3. It's incredible. And every gay person in the audience is screaming and crying. But then, Disney done gone and fucked it all up. Riku goes off to the side, Sora spends a whole DLC trying to save Kairi, and the game ends with Sora leaving to travel through time, and he dies with Kairi. Riku and Sora barely even get a goodbye. Riku just walks up to Mickey and says, his mind's made up. He's not interested, bro. He doesn't want to kiss the homies. I'm gonna go and sit on the beach by myself and try to forget all this nonsense. Riku's sacrifice is an incredible moment. And even now in the games, he is desperately trying to find what's left of Sora. He's trying to bring him home, and only Riku can save him. Not Kairi, not someone else. Riku is the key to saving Sora. Maybe in Kingdom Hearts 4, Riku will do another ambiguously gay gesture to save Sora. And now that they're older, maybe Disney will lit up a little and let Sora smile at him or something. Disney is the most homophobic company in the world. They give money to the most evil of corporations. But they also have the gayest employees ever. So who knows where they really lie? Kingdom Hearts 4 looks sick, and I hope we get it in the next decade. Now I know this video was bittersweet, but that's how my journey began. My first successful video was me talking about how disappointed I was after the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. I love this game. I love this story. Part of me wanted them to make them obviously gay, to acknowledge the subtext that we've all been fighting for, and that most people agree on. But regardless of what people believe, Riku's story is about sacrifice, about someone coming to terms with themselves and giving up everything for someone else. And it might even be more accurate than people think. When I did eventually confess my feelings years after my beach scene, it didn't work out. So maybe that's just how it be sometimes. Maybe it's just harder to be gay. But here's a silver lining. Riku became a Keyblade Master. He found Terra after all these years, and he made him proud. He saved the entire universe. And no one can tell us or prove to us that he's not gay. Anyway, I'm Aloney the Bard, and that's the end of Riku's story. Thanks for listening. Bye. I rewrote this one a lot, and I decided to be completely honest with this one. I guess I've gone back to my roots. We are incredibly close to 1,000 subscribers, and I am very excited, but also kind of terrified, because when I apply for my monetization, there's a chance YouTube could just like destroy my channel and say, oh, you use Kingdom Hearts music, you break the rules. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Anyway, next time I'm going to start explaining Sora's story. And when that's done, on June 1st, I'm streaming Kingdom Hearts. All of it. So keep that in mind, I guess. It's been in the background for weeks. If you want to watch my first video that ever got views, check this one out. It shows how heartbroken I was back then, and also how wrong I was about a lot of things. Currently, I believe that Riku is probably gay, but I'm eternally on the fence as to whether or not the company will allow Sora to return those feelings. Check out the video. It's been literal years. I haven't watched it in a long time. I don't even know if it's any good. But I will see you guys next week. Bye.